Since I've been covering news on this channel, I've got quite a few timeline leaks from multiple automakers. The first big one that I got a hold of was the Toyota and Lexus leaks. Then it was the Acura roadmap leak where we could be getting a replacement for the ILX, and we get the MDX S-Type from that. And in today's news, we just got the entire Subaru lineup leaked for the next 2 years. And in today's video, we're going to dive into that, discuss some of these really cool, exciting vehicles coming out, and of course talk about the BRZ 86 because more and more developing news and rumors keep coming out about it. Welcome back to the channel, Luxurious Fleet. My name's Kirk. If you're new, I talk about Japanese auto. Subscribe, hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of my breaking news like today's timeline one. Now here is the leaked image. It was originally posted, I think, on Reddit or Instagram, but the Instagram picture has been removed, so I had to do a little bit more digging, and here is the new product model production start dates. And that's production start dates. That doesn't mean that these vehicles will be available then. Usually it's a couple months after, 2-3 months after they enter production that they're available for sale. This picture was actually taken back in 2019 because it says current year. And in 2019, we got the new Legacy and Outback. And you see right here, this says FMC, and this is the highest definition of this image that I can get. The FMC is full model change, but let me know what you guys think, what BMC could mean. I really just think it's a refresh. We get a Crosstrek partial refresh in the fall of this year as a 2021 model. And then early next year, the first model we get is a Wilderness, Forester, and Outback. And you see this new badge here. That is like the trail rated Jeep logo. And it's for the Forester and Outback. So that's going to be happening in spring of 2021. So think of it as like a TRD Pro or some sort of specific off-road. So they're gonna upgrade the suspension. That'd be cool if they get a little bit of a lift kit as well. A little bit more knobby-ish tires, that'd be cool from the factory. And that comes just a little bit before the Forester is getting a partial model change as well. Now we do have a full model change of the BRZ/Toyota 86 coming in the spring of 2021, and we'll be diving a little bit more into some rumors after we get over this timeline because more things keep coming up. Why? Because this vehicle is coming out this spring, so exciting times if you're a BRZ and 86 fan. And then we get the new WRX full model change coming this fall, about a year from this fall, so fall of 2021, so it'll be a 2022 model. And expect that to have what I've heard about 300 horsepower from the Ascent and Outback and Legacy's 2.4 liter turbo flat 4 engine, which is a nice upgrade from about the 265 or so of the current WRX. Now, we're getting the first ever Subaru EV in spring of 2022. This will be on the eTNGA platform shared with Toyota. So Toyota will definitely have an EV. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like the exact same car, like the 86, like the BRZ are, they just badge them a little bit differently. Rumors say that it'll have about 250 horsepower and around 300 miles of fully electric range. They also think that it's going to be a little bit bigger than the Subaru Crosstrek. So think somewhere like a maybe RAV4 size, maybe a little bit smaller. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of joint EV they're able to come up with. And at the drive, they think it's going to be called the Subaru eVoltus because that, not patented, it was trademarked in 2018. They thought it was going to be a plug-in hybrid back then. Well, yeah, that never came out, so it's more than likely going to be the name of this EV. And they also say it could have some higher level driving assist features. So I'd say my guess would be a level 2, which is autonomous driving on expressways and highways, things like that. Now moving forward, so that was in the spring with the eVoltus. Now we're into the spring summertime. We're going to get partial changes for the Legacy, Outback, and Ascent. Probably just increased safety features. I don't really expect them to do a whole lot with a partial model change. Probably going to change the bumpers, the lights just a little bit. And then the STi, the full model change. Now it is separate from the WRX, but they are going to be on the same platform. They are going to share the same engine. However, the STi is rumored to have 400 horsepower instead of the WRX is 300 horsepower. So yeah, can't wait for the new STi. It looks like it'll be coming in the fall of 2022. So a little over 2 years from now, but man, are we ready? Because at that point in time, we wouldn't have had an STi on the market for 3 years or so. So we're definitely ready for the new STi, and it better be worth the wait. Then all the way into 2023, guys, we have the Impreza and Crosstrek full model change. And they're saying early in the calendar year, so spring or even maybe before spring, so like really early. And you see this line is right after the 2023, so it could be February, March, somewhere in that time frame for new Impreza and new Crosstrek. And then you're seeing, last but certainly not least, a Wilderness version of the Crosstrek coming in about 2 years later than the Wilderness version of the Forester and Subaru. So why are they waiting so long? Well, they wanted to put it on the new redesigned Crosstrek. And we got more spy shots of the upcoming BRZ and 8.6, and it looks pretty darn close to those renders we got about a month ago. Now, with the last pictures, I couldn't tell if the scoop from those renders was going to happen, and that is confirmed here. You can see those shark gills along the side. These taillights are identical to the renders we got about a month ago. And you have the iconic dual tip exhaust, which looks awesome on the BRZ and 8.6, even in the current generation. Now what's interesting is that it was racing the 4-cylinder version of the Mustang, and that has around 300 horsepower from a turbo 4-cylinder. So does that mean the BRZ is going to be using a turbo variant of the 2.4 that we see in the Outback and the Ascent, with around 260-ish horsepower? It's a possibility, but I'm going to reel in my expectations. I think it's just going to be a naturally aspirated 2.4 liter. They could eventually offer the 2.4 turbo, but what's sad is if they keep it naturally aspirated, the rumors are it's only going to have like 220 horsepower, which is only an increase of about 15 horsepower. And maybe an increase of about 20 pound-feet of torque, which it definitely needs the torque. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was racing against a turbo 4-cylinder Mustang to try out the turbo 4-cylinder 2.4 liter that we see in the Ascent? Do you think they're going to put that engine in there, or do you think they're going to keep it naturally aspirated? It's really hard to say. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, I think that they could call it the GT86 and then rename it like the GR86 with the turbo. It's already called the GT86 in Japan, but they could just call it the GT86 in America as well. And then for the turbo version, call it the GR86. So for the BRZ, they could call it the BRZ STi in its turbo form. So I'll see you in the comments on that one. And yeah, some really exciting things coming for Subaru. I can't wait to share them with you. This spring is going to be the new BRZ and the Toyota 8.6. I'll definitely get my hands on that, share that with you guys. I just got back from Colorado and I was in the Hakona 8.6. Had a great time with it. A great car. Can't wait to show you my impressions. I'm back home, so I'll be giving you guys more updates more quickly. I'm already behind the news a little bit, but I'll do my best to keep you guys updated, giving you great news about Japanese autos. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping me pursue my dreams, and I'll catch you in the next video. And until next time, peace out.